What is going on? Today we are in a multiplayer Assetto Corsa Competizione Monza server below competition rating, which means that these drivers, including myself, are going to be dust. I've been sim racing seriously for about a year now, but I'm still not quite good because I have a gear-driven wheel and no left-side pedal. So I don't have the most consistent pace, and I use visual cues only to go fast. So you're going to see me make a lot of mistakes, and I apologize in advance for you avid sim sweatlords. That's enough bollocksing. We are in qualifying session right now, joined at the last second, going to be able to get in a single lap. Hopefully I can make it work, but knowing what I typically do around Monza on my first few laps, it's not going to end very well. This was my genius plan. In order to not be dive bombed into turn 1 in Monza, you have to set no lap time and then start in last position. It is the most optimal way to finish the race. Can't believe I did it. Ever since my mom died of terminal AIDS, and I was adopted by my very rich uncle who mines oil in West Texas, I've been waiting for this moment. This is for my mom, and for all of the people that doubted me. And for you, terminal AIDS, I'm coming for you. There's carnage all around me, as legendary racing driver Jay Pinheiro dies on impact. What a horrific accident. I'm genuinely terrified. But that's okay. I'll just take the escape road and pray for a safe rejoin. Were around my pace during qualifying if I would have finished that lap, so I'm going to try to just keep up with them and make a few cool overtakes as we go around the outside of the McLaren. Are not going to be able to get it done because he got a kick to the butt, but we can come around and get the jump on him on the exit. Let's see if we can keep up with this Audi looking thingamajig in front of us that is actually a McLaren. These open lobbies are super hit or miss. You could have super quick drivers that just happen to have low safety ratings and are not in the competition servers, or it could be complete newbies, and this is definitely one where the drivers are slightly more skilled but also more towards the beginner level as we slide past the McLaren and almost murder the Ferrari. Almost had another fatal incident here at Monza as we go boing boing through the Ascari chicane, get a horrible exit and lose a lot of time to that Ferrari. We're going to see if we can try to make up some time into Parabolica, which is probably the coolest name for any corner ever in history. This is later on in the next lap as the Ferrari is just past this other 296 in front of us, kind of leaving us behind him in the Ascari. We're going to get a good run on him right here. Try not to clip him in the booty and blow by him with ease. Chasing down this white Ferrari, his pace is actually pretty good, so I believe it's going to be a good battle. As the blue Ferrari dives up the inside, and we're just going to perform the old switcheroo on him to perfection. Tries to get a little bit cheeky on us there, but the McLaren got a much better run than us, so he's going to be coming right up our inside. I couldn't quite get the inside in time. I'm going to try to go far around the outside of the chicane and maintain my position, but he's so far ahead at this point that I don't think I can do it. But oh, he squeezes us out. That was a pretty good move by the McLaren. Now this is when I start to make a bunch of stupid mistakes like jumping curbs and braking too early. Already down to 7/10 thanks to the McLaren's overtake. Not going to get a good angle, and he's going to get a way better run than us out of Lesmo 1. and we just are not able to keep the car on the straight and narrow before the long straightaway. So we're going to lose a buttload of time with this McLaren, and probably are going to become under attack from the Ferrari behind. Flying through Ascari as I overcook it and end up in the gravel, losing even more time with McLaren. Quite an embarrassing lap, to be quite frank. This is about 2 laps later. Our pace is holding steady with the McLaren, not quite gaining, as the white Ferrari that we were chasing at the beginning of the race makes a huge mistake in the Ascari, and we drive right by him with ease. So that puts us up into 9th position, well in the top 10. Hopefully we can hold off this white Ferrari, as his pace was actually very good. So I'm going to do my best to hold him off. The Ferrari very fast in the straight line here at Monza. Gonna have to take the inside and defend from this Ferrari. Gonna push him to the outside best I can. Car coming out of the pit lane, so it makes it very difficult. And we just squeeze him out there. Brilliant defense from Team McLaren. But that top speed on the Ferrari is no joke. We're gonna have to defend again into the second chicane. As he dives up the inside, going to try to squeeze it off, park it on the apex, and hopefully block his run there. He's going to have another look right here into Lesmo 1. Not going to let that happen. Get a solid exit and buzz away. See if we can get a good one out of Lesmo 2. A little bit in the grass, but that's good enough. Now this damn Ferrari is back at it again on the main straight. Coming up behind us, going to take the inside again and see if we can complete that same move we did earlier as we hit our braking mark perfectly and leave him in the dust before the corner even comes. So that was even more brilliant than our first defensive attempt from the Ferrari. Later on that lap, we find ourselves under attack by the invisible Lexus behind us, who just comes into our line of sight and is going to have a look, but not quite enough of a look to even have a chance at a dive bomb there. So we get through T1 scot-free. So we get a good run out of Parabolica. Unfortunately, the Lexus engineers make a mockery of the McLaren team with their straight line speed tuning. So we need to send a couple of emails to our aerodynamics department and see if we can get that fixed as soon as possible. This is when it all went wrong for Team McLaren. The blue Ferrari is back at it again, having a look around the outside into Ascari. I'm going to outbrake him, use way too much brakes over the curb, and end up into the wall. We gather a little bit of damage, but thankfully only sustained a few injuries to my hands and to my neck. Nothing too serious. Unlike our friend Jay Pinheiro, may he rest in peace, being heli-flighted to the hospital as we speak. But we're able to continue the race in his honor, but from probably P9 or 10. We lost a few positions there, but that's okay. The race is almost over, and that's typically how the ends of my multiplayer sessions go anyways. Rounding out Parabolica for the last time as the Tifosi throw their stupid Italian powder into the sky and launch their stupid fireworks. And it's going to be a P8 for Team McLaren. Not quite the result that the boys back in England wanted, but it's okay. There's always going to be more, as long as this video gets more than 3 views.